Why have we humbled ourselves? The word humble then again means what? Fasting. Why have you fasted and you have not noticed? In other words, they're crying out to God saying, why don't you hear our fast? Now this is very important because you see, many of you could be on this fast and God still not hear you. Going without food doesn't attract God to you. Because the next verse tells you why. Yet on the day of your fasting, you do as you please. In other words, if you keep the same attitude, the same schedule, the same habits, God says, you ain't fasting, you just dieted. Fasting means that you change your schedule, change everything you're doing. You shut that TV down, you stop listening to that stuff from music, you stop hanging out with friends for this whole 21 days, and you dedicate yourself to time with God. God knows if you're serious. And he knows if you're serious, if you not just stop eating or putting away your food or something, but he wants to know what you're doing with the time. So fasting includes how you act during the fast. He says, and you exploit your workers. Your fasting ends in what? Quarreling. When I looked this up word in the Hebrew, it actually means competition. In other words, people say, boy, you still on it? Well, you break it, shall I break it? See, that's quarreling. Because your attitude is you're using fast to show that you are more spiritual than other people. That God condemns that fast. As a matter of fact, you don't go on a fast and tell everybody at your job I'm fasting. And someone asks you, are you eating? Just tell them, no, I'm not eating. You don't got to say nothing else. But if you're using this experience to make yourself feel better than other people or make you think you're better than they are, God cancels the very purpose of this fast. No quarreling in this. This is obedience to God. You love God. That's why you're doing this. You're not trying to get better than anybody else. Very important verse. No quarreling and no wicked fists. All right? You cannot fast as you do today, he says, and expect your voice to be what? Heard. That's the last part of the verse. He says, you cannot fast and expect me to hear you. Fasting is not just putting away food and putting away, things that you love. Fasting is also the attitude you have while you're doing it. Very important. Matthew 4:2. We heard it tonight. After fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was what? Hungered. Speaking of who? Jesus. Jesus did it, so you ain't got no excuse. And he is our model. He told the disciples, follow me and I will show you how to become influencers of men. In other words, do what I do and you'll become like me. And we therefore got to follow him in what? Come on, say it loud. Fasting. If he did it, we have to do it. Very important. And he did it. And by the way, let me just comment about 40 days. 40 days is important. 40 days is when your body begins to consume itself. So you can go without food for 40 days and you'll never starve. Let me say it again because some of you think you're going to starve. Your body is built by God in such a way that it cannot begin to starve until 40 days. So up to 40 days, your body does not consume any unnecessary fat. In other words, up to 40 days, your body simply takes everything that is supposed to be there and uses it for energy. After 40 days, your body begins to consume your muscle.